కేబుల్ HDMI కేబుల్ పెట్టలా. Okay, right. Good afternoon, everyone. What is the last concept? Web table done, right? Okay. Next, take down. What is the heading you done? Capturing the screenshot. Online students, as that the screen is visible. Online students can respond in the chat window. All the online students can respond in the chat window. Okay. Let's continue on that. Have a heading is screenshot. Capturing the screenshot and make a note of this particular syntax. Have a heading is capturing the screenshot. Have a main heading is capturing the screenshot and make a note of this particular syntax. Just make a note of this particular syntax. Online students also have a heading is capturing the screenshot and make a note of this particular syntax. Your DevOps session is going on? No, right? Let's say that. Online students also have a heading is capturing the screenshot and make a note of these 2 lines of syntax. You guys are having that database also? Oracle or SQL? Oracle. Total, how much time you are taking to complete your full stack? 1 year, huh? Then by the time of 1 year, one more training program will come. That's done. Okay, right. So let's understand what exactly mean by this and how exactly we can work on it. Right. Now, as simple as in working with the Selenium automation, we got understand like working with the text boxes, or taking with buttons, drop down, checkbox, frames, alerts, all the possible things we got understand. Now, in the same way, we need to be get understand how exactly we can get capture this particular screenshot here. If you want to be get capture this particular screenshot, if you want to be get capture this particular screenshot, you need to be get taking care about. Just consider manual step. What exactly this code, we'll discuss on it. But before going to that, let's consider manual step. If we get consider with manual step, assume that manually you want to be get capture with the screenshot. If you want to be get capture with the screenshot manually, how we can capture the screenshot? Control, print screen. Windows plus print screen. Still, Alt press print screen. Shift plus print screen. Okay. As simple as, in general, we got a different options are there in taking with the screenshot. The one we can take with the help of, the one it will be taking with the help of snipping tool. So the one you can take with the help of snipping tool, that is one option. Another option which you will be taking with print screen. Now consider this particular print screen option. Snipping tool, that is okay. You will open that particular snipping tool and then you will click on that new button and you will crop that image and it will be continued. Now assume that let's consider this particular print screen option. If we get consider this particular print screen option, the steps will be followed related to the print screen, the steps will be getting followed. You need to be get mentioning that, taking with the first step. The steps will be followed. You need to be get mentioned that first from the laptop, you need to be get pressing on the button, which you will be getting using that print screen button. Once you got click on print screen button, what is the next step you will follow? Okay, print screen release. After that? You need to be get particular paint file or you will get open the Word file here, right? You are pressing on that print screen. You are using with the print screen option. After that, you need to be get taking care with copy to file. You need to be get mentioning about copy to file. Either you need to be get copy, either you need to be get copy to that particular Word file or you will be copying to paint file. Once you have been copied, you will be using with the option. Once you have been copied, you will be using with the option. You need to be get mentioning that save the file here. While saving the file, while you are doing with the save activity, you need to be get provide path. You need to be get mentioning about path of the file. You need to be get provide path of the file. Along with path of the file, you need to be get provide file name also. As simple as if you consider manual step, if you get look into these particular manual step, the one you are considering taking with print screen. First you are using with the option the one you will be considering the print screen. And after that, you need to be get copied. You need to be get copy to file. Either you'll copy to Word file or you will be taking into the Paint file. Once you have been copied, you need to be get save that particular file. These are the 3 steps will follow. While saving the file, you need to be get provide. You need to be get provide file name and then taking with extension. You need to be get provide file name and then taking with extension. Okay. Now, the same thing you have been automating it. Manually, how we have been followed with the same steps here. In the similar way, you need to be get followed with doing in the same activity. Further, first we are taking with the help of. First, we need to be get considering that No, your DevOps class will be stopped at. No. They mentioned that I stopped at. Not stopped, huh? So that DevOps session they are conducting with only basic tools. Don't worry about that particular part. Those 2 things again they will be repeating it. Nothing to worry. Already have been informed it. I thought that they have been stopped it, but the DevOps lot of tools will be there. Like this development and testing will go in a different way. DevOps also will go in a different way. But what are the things they'll be covered only the small 2 tools they will be covered it. But again that concepts will be repeated. Don't worry about on that. Okay. In case of they are not covering also you can inform to me. I'll manage that. Don't worry about on that. Okay. Nothing to worry. My batches will never go with these kind of things. Always, whatever the batches I need to handle, it will go in a smooth way. I thought that they have been stopped it, but already informed it. But anyway, they have been mentioned. Nothing to worry. Okay? Yeah. Okay. Let's see that. Considering that, thus capturing with the screenshot. Okay? Right. Who is the trainer for DevOps? Knowing it? Trainer name? Kiran. Okay. Nothing to worry. Don't worry about all the things. Okay. Let's see that. We need to be taking with the driver. For this particular web driver, for this particular WebDriver, we are informing to the WebDriver in saying that take with the screenshot, right? So we have been informing to this particular WebDriver in taking with the screenshot here. Once it has been taking with the screenshot, once it has been taking with the screenshot, this particular screenshot output type, this particular screenshot output type, we need to be get considering as a file. Same as manual. When you're taking with the manual, we are doing it. When you take with the programming, we need to be get doing with the help of the respective methods. The one we are informing to the WebDriver saying that in taking with the screenshot. Once it was takes the screenshot, that screenshot output type need to be considered as a file. That particular file need to be get saved. We are providing including with the directory and then providing file name and then taking with extension. We need to be get provide that particular file name and then providing with extension. So based on your local system, you can provide any of the drive and you can provide any of that particular file name also. Extension depends on the user. As simple as these are two statements which we have been using in getting working with the screenshot. So while working with the Selenium, if you want to be get capture with the screenshot, you need to be get taking with the help of these two lines of statement. Along with these two, you need to be get taking care about in adding with the jar file. That will be considering the commons.io.jar. You need to be get adding with the jar file. That will be mentioning the commons.io.jar. So as simple as while working Selenium automation. You need to be get taking care about in the screenshot. Further, you need to be take with the help of these two lines of statement. Okay. Now consider the test case step. Considering the test case step, we need to be get taking with our steps only. Based on that particular step, we need to be get automate. Based on that particular test case step, we need to be get continued in writing that particular respective code here. So let's see that how exactly we can do it. So as simple as we need to be get taking with our regular code, we need to be get taking care about our regular code. Now see the steps to be followed. We are taking with the steps of need to be get open with application. Once we got open with application, we need to be get doing with login. Once we have been done with the login, we need to be get taking care about in doing with mouse over. Once you are taking with the login, we need to be get doing with mouse over. This particular mouse over, once you done with the mouse over, you need to be get click on add employee. All the things you are already knowing it. To perform over, what is the method name? Move to element. Class name, actions, package name, Selenium dot interactions dot actions. using with the method name, considering the move to element, and then taking with the class name, actions, and then taking with package name, Selenium dot interactions dot actions here. That all that code continued with the same. Once you're done with mouse over, you need to get click on add employee and then taking with log out here. Okay. Now considering that program requirement, the program requirement is you done with all these particular steps. Your program has been, when your program has been executing, if all the steps are working fine, if all the program steps are working fine, we doesn't require to take any of the screenshot. If all the programs are working fine, we doesn't require to take any screenshot. Whenever the program executing, in case of any one particular step or which step it has been failed, we need to be take with the screenshot of that particular step. As simple as the program requirement. If the program has been working fine, if the program has been working fine, it doesn't require to take any screenshot. Any of the step has been failed, at what particular step it has been failed, need to be take with screenshot of that particular step. So that is what the program need to be written. So how we can write that logic? Mouse over, all those things are okay. Requirement is we have to take with the screenshot only in case of any step has been failed. So how we can do that logic? What is it? If condition, what is the condition you will write? You will write if, need to write condition. What is the condition you will write? Selenium program failed, take screenshot. Huh? Try catch. So we can take with the help of try and catch a block. What is the functionality of try block? Functionality of try block. Exception handling only. What is the functionality of try block? What exactly try block will do? It will try to get identify the errors. So whenever your program has been executed, whatever the code have been written, in that particular code, it will try to get identify the errors. Then we will be taking with the help of catch block. What is the functionality of catch block? Functionality of catch block. It is catching the error and it will print that error. It can catch that error and it can print that error. Considering catch block, when catch block will execute? Any error available in try block, then only catch block will execute it. Without having the try block, without having the error in the try block, catch block will not be executed. So catch block is executing only. Catch block is executing only in case of any error in the try block, then only catch block will execute. Otherwise, it will not be getting executed. Now, our requirement is if the program is working fine, we doesn't require to take screenshot. If the program has been giving an error, then we have to take with screenshot. So further, we used to be write that particular code in this particular catch block. So in the catch block, we need to be get right in a code related to screenshot. So by that, in case of any error in the try block, it will come to catch block. Otherwise, it will not be taking that particular respective screenshot. Let's see the program. So everything you are already knowing. Yes, we have been taking with mouse over program. We need to be get import all the required packages, creating with the class, creating with main method, providing path of exe file, launching with the browser, entering with URL. Need to be get enter username and need to be get enter password and clicking on this particular button. Once you done with the login, once you have been done with the login, you are taking mouse over. What is that method name? Move to element. Taking with the mouse over, considering the move to element. Further, you are taking with the class name. What is that class name? Considering that actions here. And once you done with the mouse over, you need to be get click on submenu. Once you click on submenu, we are printing that clicked on that submenu, doing the logout, and finally taking with closing with the browser. If all the steps are working fine, it will not come to catch block. In case of any of these steps has been failed, then it will be taking with catch block and it will be taking with the screenshot. That particular screenshot name. What is the name we provided? Test results. According to my system in the F drive, it's need to be take with the file name. Test results having the, what is that extension? Considering the .png. So having that particular extension, that will be taking with .png. Okay. Now for this, if we get consider this particular file, now we can see here this particular program. In case of there is no error, it doesn't require to take any screenshot. In case of any error is there, then it has to be take that particular screenshot. So for now, for the first time, I'm not giving any error. For the first time, I'm not giving any error, which you will be taking with all that particular step, which you will be taking with all that particular step. Then you will be taking with run as this particular Java application. So this time, all the steps are correct. As all the steps has been correct, it doesn't require to take any screenshot, which need to be get taken care about performing with the steps of mouse over. It's need to be get open that application, doing with the login, and then taking with mouse over and click on submenu and doing with logout. I can see that, which need to be taking with login. Now it has to be perform mouse over and then click on add employee. After that, doing with logout and close the application. Okay. So this is as usual the simple program. Now I'm just giving the error. It is performing the mouse over while clicking on submenu. While clicking on submenu, I'm giving with the error details. It will fail while doing clicking on submenu. Then it has to take screenshot. For now, I'll see that is there any file provided with the name of test results. So there is no name with the file name of test results. Let me run this particular program. This time it has to be get perform mouse over. This time it has to be get perform mouse over, and then while clicking on the submenu, the program will be failed. As program has been failed, it's need to be get taking with screenshot. So let's see that either it has been taken with screenshot or not. Mouse over is done. Mouse over is done. It is not clicking on submenu, which it has been failed of that step. As that step has been failed, it's need to be taken with screenshot, provided with F drive, and then taking with the file name. What is the file name? What is the file name? Test results. With the today's date, having the extension. What is the extension? PNG. So with that particular extension, it has been taken with screenshot. Let me open this. If we get open that, now we can see that which it has been done with screenshot. So it has been done with the mouse over. While clicking on the submenu, it got failed it. Then it has been taken with screenshot of that particular page. So this is how we got a possibility. This is how we got a possibility in taking care about working with screenshot. As simple as while working with the Selenium automation, if you want to be get capture with the screenshot, you need to be get taking with the help of these two lines of statement. So this working with screenshot here. In a similar way, we got one more option which we can consider. In that, taking with the help of the statement, that we will be considering that drag and drop. So just have a heading is drag and drop. Take with the new heading is drag and drop. Right. Now, let's understand what exactly mean by this drag and drop and how we can work on it. So what is the meaning of drag and drop? Meaning of that? Need to drag it, sir, and then drop it. Okay. Now, as simple as, see the understanding. Considering this particular drag and drop, it should be application functionality. Now, as simple as this particular one. Now we can see this application. And this particular application, this is one element, this is one more element. I'm taking with the drag, element drag. Dragging or not, and then we can drop. In the application, if we are having the functionality of drag and drop, then we can easily automate with the help of the Selenium. So if you want to be get automate, these kind of functionality while working with Selenium automation, if you want to be get automate this kind of functionality, we can automate in a very simple way. Further, in Selenium by default, we got a method name. That we will consider that method. What is that method? Drag and drop. In the Selenium itself, by default, we have a method name considering the drag and drop. So that need to be provided, which element you need to be drag. At the same time, you need to be get mentioning that which element you need to be drop it. So while working with the Selenium, we got a predefined method name. What is that predefined method? Drag and drop. So which we will be taking with this particular method name is drag and drop. Now as simple as how will get access for method? How will get access for method? Taking with the help of class. You need to create an object for that particular respective class. For that you are using with the class name. What is that class name? Which you will be taking with actions. Taking with object equal to considering the new actions here. So you are taking with the help of that object and then accessing the method. Okay. We got method name. What is the method name? Drag and drop. We got class name. What is the class name? Taking with actions. Then you have to take care about getting an access for class. How will get access for class? How will get access for class? By importing package. For this, what is the package name? The whole package name. Auth dot openqa dot selenium dot interactions dot actions here. Followed with the same thing. Who has to be perform this action? Who has to be perform this action? Selenium has to be perform this action. For that you need to be provide that particular driver object. So by that, this driver will perform the action. What is action it has to be performed? What is action? Drag and drop. To perform that particular action, that you will be taking with, that you will be mentioning about dot perform. So this is what the whole syntax will be followed. This is what the whole syntax will be getting followed in taking with having of these particular syntaxes. Method name, drag and drop, class name, actions, package name, Selenium dot interactions dot actions. Okay. So that it will take care about in performing. This particular mouse over activity. Okay. Done. Now this is the syntax will be followed to perform drag and drop. Mouse over also same class name. This drag and drop also followed with the same class name here, which you will be taking with the same package. Okay. Let's write an example. Writing the example, we'll do that. Before going to that, we need to be understand about one more new concept that you will be taking with verification. Verification, we are already knowing. While working with the Selenium, we are already done with the verification. So how we can do the verification in Selenium? While working with the Selenium, if you want to perform verification, how we can perform the verification? Comparison? Expected with actual, actual with expected. Expected with actual or actual with expected. Actual result with expected result. So for doing that, you need to be taking care about the respective condition. All those things will be the same. See the understanding. Assume that you want to be perform verification. For that, you return with the condition. You return with the respective condition, taking with the help of this particular if statement. Once you write if statement, this if statement, considering the condition fail. You return the condition, but somehow the condition has been failed. In case of condition is fail, what it will do? It's need to be get print that particular respective else statement. So in case of the condition is fail, in case of the condition is fail, it will be printing with else statement. So as simple as when you're working with programming, when you work that programming, so that particular step has been failed. In case of condition, you will cross check the failed statement and then looking into that else statement. According to that, it will be printing that particular respective statement. Okay, this is perfectly fine. You can work with if condition, other condition, whatever it can be. It doesn't make any problem. But the concept is, assume that this condition is fail. If the condition is fail, it will continue with else statement. In a similar way, we got one more statement. What is it? Assert true. One more statement, assert true, which you will be taking with assert false, and then which you will be considering that assert equals. So like this, there are n number of assert statements are there. So this is you can consider like assert statement. Under assert, we have any required options here. Assert true, assert false, assert equals. Now functionality of assert statement. Heard about it? No. Property, yeah. So in the programming, the meaning of these particular assert statement, the functionality of assert statement. See the comparison of if condition. When you guys are working if condition is true, it will print with if statement. Condition is fail, it will print with else statement. Because of condition is fail, is that it is stopping the execution? When you're working if condition, because of the condition is fail, is that it is stopping the execution? No. When it's come to the assert statement, the functionality of assert statement, in case of condition is true, in case of condition is true, it will continue. In case of condition is true, it will be continued with the respective statement. It will print all the respective statement. In case of condition is fail, then considering that, stop the execution. Condition is true, it will continue. So condition is true, it will continue with execution. Right. So as simple as while doing with the verification, we got two options here. Either we can go with if statement or we can go with assert statement. If statement, if the condition is true, it will continue the execution. Condition of false, it will continue the execution. It's not like it is stopping the execution. In case of true, what need to be printed? In case of fail, what need to be printed? That it will be looking into that. As simple as the common functionality of assert statement. In case of this particular assert statement, so either if you want to be get stop the execution, then you will be taking with assert statement. Let's see that how we can combine all these things here. To get combine all these things, this particular asset statement, you need to be get added one jar file. To work with asset statement, you need to be get added one particular jar file. What is the jar file? What is that particular jar file? testng. You need to be just download. In taking with jar file, that will be considering the testng.jar. So this is how the whole syntax need to be followed. Get followed in taking with this particular result activity. Now the one will be considering the drag and drop and then verification combine of all these particular programs will write in a program. So as simple as to perform drag and drop. What is the method name we got? Drag and drop. What is the class name? Actions. Package name? Selenium.interactions.actions. From there, what is the class name we are using? Actions. And then taking with this particular drag and drop, providing that which element need to be drag it and which element need to be drop it. So that will be taking with dot perform. Apart from that, we got assert statement. Don't be confused like assert statement is related to only failed or related to the testng. According to the requirement, you need to begin to understand what are the steps need to be followed. Now you can see here which need to be get writing that particular program, you will be writing in our regular code. Let's see that. Not mouse over, right? Let's see that how exactly we can write this particular whole program. Okay. First, okay, right. Now we can see that we need to be get consider in taking with class. We need to be get provide that particular class. So that we will be considering that which you will be mentioning about screenshot. So you can just provide. Right. So you can just provide any of that particular name. So that you will be considering that taking with not screenshot, right? What is that class name? Okay. Now we need to be get continued with the same creating with the class. We need to be get right with that particular method. So what is that method you will take? Which need to be take with this particular main method that you will be considering the string args. So this particular main method, what is the use of the main method? To start program execution. continued with the same, we need to be get perform that particular respective test step. Need to be get launching with the browser. To get launched with the browser, what we need to write it? What we need to be write it? System dot set property. We need to be get mentioning the system dot set property. So providing the WebDriver dot gecko dot driver. Okay. So after that, you need to be get provide path of. You need to be get provide path of driver dot exe file. So we need to be get provide. We need to be get provide driver dot exe file. Let's see that which need to be get consider. Which need to be get consider this particular one. Gecko driver dot exe. So which need to be get consider gecko driver dot exe. Okay. After that, we need to be get provide. We need to be get provide WebDriver driver equal to new Firefox driver. Okay. Giving an error. What need to be done? We need to be get imported packages. We need to be get imported packages. Next we will be taking with driver dot. What is the method name? What are the method names? One is navigate.to. What is another method? What is it? Get method. So based on your comfortable, you can get work with any of the method. So need to be get provide. We need to be get provide that particular URL. Once you provided that URL, you need to be get perform drag and drop. To get perform that particular drag and drop, you are taking with class name. What is the class name? Actions equal to considering the new actions. For this, we need to import that package that you are consider. Import org.openqa.selenium dot interactions dot actions here. Okay. This action need to be get performed by, sorry, not action, right? Oh, okay. So we need to be get taking with action. So after that, which we will be taking the method name. What is that method name? What is that method name? Drag and drop. So which element need to be drag it? You need to be provide. Where it has to be drop it, you need to be get provide. Further, let me identify that particular object. So here we need to be get taking care about in identifying this particular object. Doing with inspect. Now any name option? Is there any name option? No. Any ID option? Okay. We got an ID which will be taking with the help of ID. Writing the driver dot find element by dot taking with ID. Need to be get provide that particular respective ID here. Now in a similar way using with another option, driver dot find element by dot will be taking with ID. And I can see one element we are dragging it and another element dropping it. Let me identify this particular one. Taking with inspect. Any name option? Oh. Name option is not available. Got an ID. Taking with the help of ID, which need to be get taking with the help of ID, need to be get provide that particular ID. Taking with dot, which will be taking with dot. This action need to be performed, that will be taking with dot perform. So while work with any program of Selenium, while working the programming of Selenium, if you're working with the actions class, you can write that particular statement dot perform. For the confirmation, we are printing with the statement. We are printing with the statement considering that drag and drop. To see that whether it has been done or not, you will be taking with this particular wait statement. And finally, need to be get close browser. To get close browser, what are the options we got? One is close method. Another one is taking with quit method. So based on your comfortable, you can utilize. Based on your comfortable, you can get utilize any of the method. So the one you will be considering that, taking with driver dot close and then taking with driver dot quit. You can see here. So if we consider this whole program, this particular whole program, first we got import all the required packages, created the class, provided with the path, providing path of exe file, and then taking with, and then need to be get, providing this providing that drag and drop. So that drag and drop using the method name. What is the method name? Drag and drop. For that we are taking with actions class. And then once we perform that, for the confirmation, we are printing that, and finally need to be get close with browser. Let me run this program. But before executing this program, requirement is we need to be get verify the title. So the requirement is we need to be get verify the title. While verifying with the title, previously you have been done with if and else statement. That is one option. If you are working with a if statement, in case of condition fail, it will be continued with the execution. Condition is true, it will go with if statement. Condition is fail, it will go with else statement. But now the requirement is we need to work with assert statement, because our requirement is in case of condition fail, we need to be get stop the execution. Our requirement is in case of condition fail, need to be get stop the execution. For that, you are using assert statement. To work with assert statement, we need to be get add jar file. What is the jar file we need to add? testng.jar. You may work with add with any jar file. Steps will be the same. Adding the jar files, that particular steps will be the same. Now we can see that need to be get provide. We need to be get provide. Taking with the jar files here, that we will be mentioning about using the jar file. What is it? Taking with testng. We need to be get taking with the help of testng, that we will be taking with apply and close. Got added testng jar file, we need to be get import that required packages. We need to verify title. While verifying with the title, stop the execution in case of condition fail. Condition true, it will continue. It can be if statement, assert statement, anything. But assert statement, condition has been failed, it's need to be get stop the execution. Okay. Further, First, we need to be get import that package, considering that import, considering as a static, mentioning about argo dot testng dot, which will be taking with assert. Assert dot, it will be taking with assert equals. Okay. Now, so here we need to be perform assert equals. This is we need to be get provide that verification common doing the comparison of actual result with expected result. Further, we are writing driver dot get title. Driver dot get title. Functionality of get title. Retrieve title from application. Then we need to be provide title of this page. We need to be provide title of this page, considering the droppable jQuery UI. Okay. For now, I'm just giving wrong title to see how it is working, and then printing with the statement. Printing with the statement. In case of title match, we are printing with the statement is title match. In case of not match, in case of condition fail, it's need to be get stop that particular execution. Okay, done. Now we can see. So this time condition fail. As condition fail, what it has to do? It has to stop that execution. Let's see that execution will stop or not. Is it done with drag and drop? No. Let's see here. You can see that error message. It is clearly mentioned that assertion error expected but found as a actual. So that expected result, actual result is not matching. That expected result, actual result is not matching. So that it got mentioned about the required title. Okay. Now we got provided correct title. This time the title need to be get match and it's need to be get continue with execution. It will print the title match and need to be continue the execution. Done with drag and drop? No. Still it got error. I can see that title match, that assert statement executed. After that, unable to locate element draggable. Why this is not identified? Okay. Why this is not identified? So this particular one, able to see the square box here? Let's see that either it has been designed as a frame or not. How will confirm whether it is frame or not? Searching the tag name of iframe or frame. Having the tag name of iframe. Okay. See that if I am keeping the cursor at iframe, only that box is highlighting. So that has been designed one frame. As it has been designed as a frame, we need to write in a code to enter into the frame. Further, we required frame ID in the highlighted line. Is there any frame ID here? No. Any frame name? Any frame index? Frame ID not provided. Name also not provided. Index also not provided. So how we can do that particular activity is, as there is no ID and there is no frame and index, directly it is not provided. But in general, index will start from 0 or 1? 0. So need to be try with that trial and error. You need to be get try with that index. Considering that driver dot switch to dot frame. Driver dot switch it to dot frame. We need to be provide that particular frame index. Then it has to be performed. Drag and drop, and after that need to be write in a code to take exit from frame. That will be taking with default content. So now we can see here, considering that if I run this program, we need to be able to see that in performing the activity of drag and drop. Done or not? It is dragging the element and dropping to that particular respective place. So you are printing with the title match and then taking with drag and drop. But again, these things should be application functionality. In the application, you need to have these kind of functionality. Then only we can automate by using with the Selenium. Not like folder drag and drop. So folder drag and drop is different. In some of the web applications, you will have an options of this drag and drop. Then we are taking care about these particular things. So this is how we got a possibility. This is how we got a possibility in taking care about working with all the individual programs here. So as simple as while working with the Selenium automation, we need to be understand how exactly we can automate each and every particular functionality. So that is what we have been done. So as part of this particular project, we got taking with different kind of options and which we have been understanded what are all the required methods we got. But till now, did we written any of our own methods? While working this programming, did we written any of our own methods? No. Everything already Selenium guys has been provided. Just we are taking with the help of those particular methods and then continued that particular automation. So this is how you need to be continued in developing the automation script. You have to take care about what are that manual steps are there. Based on that particular manual step, you need to be taking care about and continued all that particular script. So that we got the syntaxes of first program. What is the first program we done? What is the first program? Login, log out. With that program, you got understand like working with the text boxes, taking with the buttons and taking with the links here. And then you got Chrome browser. After that, verification. And then mouse over. And then frames. After that, alerts. And then keyboard actions. After that, drop down. And then wait statement. And then file upload. After that, JavaScript executor. And then window handlers. After that, web table. And then screenshot. And then drag and drop. So all these particular syntaxes, you guys need to be comfortable. You need to be comfortable in taking care about all these particular syntaxes. Now, taking with the help of all these particular syntaxes, by taking with the help of all these particular syntaxes, we need to be coming up with. By taking with the help of all the syntaxes, we need to be coming up with working on the frameworks here. So that take with the new page and write with the main heading automation frameworks. Write with the new heading automation frameworks. Having a new heading, take with the new heading is automation frameworks. Okay. Take with the main heading is automation frameworks. Under that, write with the heading is what is automation framework and make a note of this description. Online students also having a heading is automation framework. Having a heading is automation framework and make a note of this particular description. Having a heading is automation framework and make a note of this particular syntax. Doing the practice or not? Trying to practice, sir. Getting sleeping, sir. System shutdown, sir. Take the practice. Make a note of up to highlighted one. Then after that, just the small points here. Just up to this. Previous not done, no? having a heading is utility of test automation framework. Utility of test automation framework, and just make a note of these points up to that highlighted one. Not require the types and everything, just utility of test automation framework up to that highlighted one. Manual testing easy, automation testing easy. Uh-huh. 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 Manual easy. Uh-huh. While learning looks like manual is easy, automation difficult. But while working, manual will be difficult, automation will be easy. Because your automation just copy paste, Google will be there. Manual, no Google here. You need to write scenarios by your own. Your brain has been required. But automation, everything will be there in the Google. I can copy it and then we can paste that code. Not at all difficult. Development easy, testing easy. Both are easy, yeah? Mm-hmm. Just up to that highlighted one. Done? Now, this I'll take tomorrow. I'll take any time. Just will start from tomorrow. I'll take with other frameworks. But to work with all these particular things, it's not like any new thing you will be doing. All the syntaxes, what we discussed previously, will combine all the syntaxes along with that. Let's have a refresh of your OOPS concepts. Inheritance, polymorphism, all that particular OOPS concepts have a refresh. Tomorrow, when I'm explaining that particular concepts, don't keep any blank faces here. Okay. So just take in a refresh of all the syntaxes what we discussed. Along with that, look into your all Java concepts also. We'll combine all those things and we'll design the frameworks here. Okay. Clear? Take care about the practice. Carry on. Thank you. Online students having the questions, they can wait. Yes, guys. Online students, if you have any questions, you can carry on.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon. This is Srinivas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just would like to understand what will be the approach for file drag and drop with respect to the
file. No. That cannot be done because that is like considered as a Windows, right? So
yes.
Selenium will not be working with the Windows. That is what it is clearly mentioned. Like in case of the application, in the application, if you have any drag and drop, those things we can automate on it. Okay?
Yeah. Okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay.
And question, sir, if you don't mind.
Yep.
May I know which framework it is going to be covered as part of this course?
We are taking with hybrid framework up to test suite. We are covering it. Yeah.
I mean, SNG and Cucumber.
No, those things we are not covered. Okay. Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, automating testing of test steps are not displayed one by one on run the program.
Repeat the question.
Automation testing of test steps are not displayed one by one on run the program.
Same, your Java, what you are doing it, same techniques it will be followed. You need to give the breakpoint and then you need to run it. Okay,
sir.
Okay, right. Okay, guys. Take care about the things. Meet you tomorrow. Yeah. Thank you, guys. Thanks, everyone.